Hello everyone, it's Tommy 2 times bringing you a Blackout Solo video. I'm definitely not good enough to talk about my game decisions while I'm actually playing. A lot goes on in my head and I want to share that with you guys. I thought it might be interesting. So as you saw before I landed, since nobody landed with me on the roof, I had time to peek over to the main house and saw that 2 people were over there. I hear them fighting out a little bit before this. One of them obviously wins that fight. I pop my dart to get the first one, and there he goes. And some people would say I wasted my dart. It was only one guy, but I've died way too many times with a dart in my bag and regretted using it. So I'd rather get the kill, use the equipment that I have, and move on. With Dead Silence and Awareness Pop, I hear this guy creeping up behind me. I don't have the best range gun right here in the GKS. I try to get him to move around the blue tars with that grenade, but he's not really taking the bait. I know I can shoot him through the blue tars, but I don't have that much ammo. So I try to make him move a little bit, but I know I have to get rid of this guy pretty fast because I'm making a lot of noise and there's going to be somebody else on me. I just go ahead and use any equipment that I have. I feel like the Vesh Mines might hit him or at least make him move, and it actually does work out here, and he gets out. And I miss a lot of shots. I don't know, I hit some, but I don't know if on my bullet reg in the beginning of that clip, I feel like I had my crosshairs on him and they just weren't registering, or maybe I really just missed. I don't know, GKS is tough at range. So he leaves me on 2 health, so that was pretty lucky. I've gotten smarter about breaking fights and not, getting too big of an ego and trying to stay in there and really, I'm going to get you. So I still have the best gun right here. I hit him a little bit with the cordite, but again, that's really not a ranged weapon. What I do hear though soon is another guy behind me. I hear other footsteps. So I'm currently pinched and I'm gonna have to get rid of one of these 2 guys. The guy at the train who I've been fighting is kind of hard to get rid of right now. He does let me get that trauma kit. So I want to make sure I go in with the maximum amount of health, and that's why I always, use my trauma kits before the fight. During the fight, they just take too long unless you have consumer. So this guy is, not pushing me. It turns out that he's really just, it's probably a new player because he's just standing there behind that box. And even with the Maddox, which I finally picked up a good range weapon or a better one than the submachine guns, I have time to loot him. I'm not hearing the other guy pushing me, so that's why I'm looting, or I definitely would not be doing this. It's way too dangerous. So let's get back to the other guy. I'm trying to find him. He's not really on the dart at this point, at least not that I can see. I try to get up here and I always forget that I can't get up on the house through this way on the roof. So I get the Daemon, which I feel like I'm really good with. And up close it's just deadly. This guy finally pops up on the dart. Just kind of checking my inventory at that point. Not the best play. I could shoot here prematurely here, but I don't want him to run away and then have to find him again, so I'm waiting for him to push. I just have more health than he does. I hit my shots in that fight and he goes down. This is the 4th kill I get, and he's just driving by. I feel like shooting him, see what he does, kind of forces a decision. He could keep going, but he does decide to challenge me. I miss all my bullets here. This vehicle is just moving too fast. I don't have aim assist on, but it would be a lot worse with it on. He charges me, hit him with the KN. I'm about to switch to the Daemon because I thought he would get off, but I think he gets stuck trying to heal, and he goes down. This is not a kill, but I pull off that move, getting to this passenger side of the vehicle, not to heal that time, but to listen, because I don't have any equipment to see people with, and I don't have any perks to hear people with, so it's going to be the old school. Just want to leave this in here because this is what I do when I see vehicles. I try to blow up the helicopter because it was already damaged. It didn't work out. And then I decided to run off, but then I changed my mind because I figured maybe he'll come back and get this helicopter, which is less damage. So to eliminate that option, I just blow it up.
It's hijacked.
So you just heard me talk to myself in-game there, talking about being worried that the last circle would be a hijacked. I just checked the map, and I just try to figure out where the circle might end up, and if it would be in a tough situation. This guy right here, I missed an opportunity here. I should have switched to my mesh mines as he was going backwards and blow up the car. missed that opportunity, but I thought about it right now, and so that's why I switched. I missed the first one. He makes the mistake of getting way too close. I don't know what his play was there, and he goes down. So here we are at the next fight. I see two cars. I don't see anybody, but I'm assuming that somebody's nearby. I don't have any sensor darts to figure out where he is, but I want to drive around and bait him, see if he shoots me. He turns out to be prone and looting, and I had the right angle on him to just run him over and get lucky. If I missed, he probably would have shot me off the vehicle. This is about a minute later, and I'm still looting, trying to figure out what's going on with my inventory, making room for certain things. They have so much equipment. And this is one of the bad things about solos. You get all this equipment and you have to prioritize. And if you take too long, you usually get third-partied. And so that's what happens here. I pressed the wrong button. I hit the horn. I don't know why I pressed the wrong button, but it just happened. And this guy here grapples. So I know he's coming fast. I know he knows where I am. So I decided to reposition, get high ground. I'm not exactly sure where he is, but he turns out to be where I was looting. I get off. I take a little bit of damage, which I take the risk with. I hit my Damon shots, and I get out of that fight, I think, mainly because I hit my shots, but also because I had high ground. So I hear this vehicle, and I'm weak, so I let him go. I heal up, make sure I have all my armor. I get back to my vehicle, which is down the hill. But I know that this guy's close, so my dart blows up right there. I don't know exactly where he is, but I know he's close. So he hits me pretty hard here with a sniper rifle. I try to bump his vehicle into him to get some damage or maybe even the kill. I just decided to get off and challenge him, and lucky for me, a couple bursts with the aim and got him. I don't think he was full health, and that's why he went down. Over here now I'm playing the circle, playing a little bit high ground, playing a little bit slow. I hear this guy behind me, so I have the advantage. I have high ground and he has a zone behind him. I missed my first grenade short, which I'm not happy about. I have a second one, which I will also miss. I'm assuming that he went left to the rock, but he actually goes right and he's behind the tree. In the past, I would have been a lot more reckless in this fight. I would have rushed him, thinking that I had a huge advantage with having the zone behind him. But really the play is to be more patient, use my high ground, use my advantage, use my cover, hit my shots slowly, be patient, and let the zone do the work for me. So it ends up moving, and he basically runs into my bullets, probably taking a little bit of damage from the zone, and that's the advantage I have, which helps me get the kill. A lot of these fights I've been winning because I watch a lot of YouTube videos and pro players on Twitch, and I've gotten a lot more patient and a lot smarter in using my cover. And so I just want to put that out there. If you're trying to get better, that's a way to do it. Watching other people are way better than me. This is, again, another easy kill. The zone's pushing him towards me. I'm not rushing towards him, so he has a chance to hit me with some bullets. I just wait there. I don't have any cover, but I hit my shots, and again, he's coming out of the zone. He's probably weak there. This is a little bit later, and I actually hang out at this house for a long time. I have high ground, I have cover. I actually assume that there's a camper in here, and that's why I use a little door trick to get on the roof instead of going through the house. You'll see me drop a perk here. It's the exact same perk, but I already had it activated in my inventory, so to get the maximum amount of time with those perks, I dropped the one I already have in use. I see people dropping perks that aren't in use and keeping the perks that are in use. I feel like that's a mistake, and sometimes we don't think about it, but at the end of the game, when you need that extra 20 seconds of the perk, and you don't have it because of just mindless decision like that, you kind of regret it later. I stay up here. It's high ground, playing for the win. So a little bit later, there's a lot more people that have died. The zone finally moves and the house isn't safe anymore, so I am forced to move. Want to keep high ground. I know there's a fight below me. I've been hearing them shoot at each other. I take a peek just to see what's going on. I see that there's two of them down there. So one of them ends up dying, so there's 3 other people left. There's one on the bottom. I take another look. I see that there's 2 actually down there, so that means that there's one up here with me. So the only way that I get killed in this situation is if he's behind me, so I'm checking my sides. I find him quickly behind the tree, which is pretty lucky. I saw that he was holding a grenade, so I didn't push. I'm able to back out when he throws it. Strategy here is to push him to the left because he'll have low ground and I'll have high ground. So I throw my cluster to the right, pushing him left, which works perfectly. He has a tree to hide behind. I don't have any cover, and that's why I push him. I don't want him to take too long and use that cover to his advantage. We chase each other around the tree. I stop moving because in my experience people just kind of run around the tree. Eventually they end up in front of you, so I'm not going to chase them. I use my last perk here. It might come in handy, it might not, but I don't want to die with it not activated. So right now it's a 1v1. I have the big advantage of having the high ground. I see him, I try to hit a couple shots. The only thing I'm worried about here is if he has grapples. He can't get to me without grapples, so I'm kind of waiting. There's no cover up here, so I don't want to give him the high ground or even the level ground if he grapples up. You'll hear me talking to myself. I decide that he doesn't have grapples, so I'm just going to wait out the zone and see if I can shoot him from above. Turns out that I'm wrong and he does grapple up. For my Molotov just to use all the equipment that I have, hit my Damon shot. He decides to break the fight and run away, but I hit him before he drops. And that's that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, stay strong on the battlefield.